Aloha, aloha, sports fans, friends around the world. This is the Wayne Cueto Show. A little bit different right now. Hope you can hear me. I'm using my AirPods right now. I'm on the island of Kauai in Lihue. You can see the waves behind me. It's kind of the calm before the storm right now. Everything here is pretty peaceful for the most part. I've been here a few days wanting to do more business here on Kauai, on the Garden Island. We're going to have some great touring that I wanted to announce for Hawaii sports fans next season, it looks like, with UH home games, UH football home games, having our fans from here on Kauai, our fans on Maui, our fans on the Big Island, Hawaii Island, on Molokai, on Lanai, on all the islands, Niihau. If you want to come to UH football game, we're going to make it happen for you. We're going to help you get everything you need to come to a game. So we'll start that in the very next UH home season. So of course, we'd like to hold out for this year. We're hoping that we can do it this year. But of course, we never know, just given the circumstances right now with the season. I want to shout out my friends. Some of you might know I had an emergency appendectomy late Friday night. So I need my 30 minutes of active physical activity. So this is what I'm going to do, the Wayne Cueto Show, right here from Kauai. And I'm hoping, you know, if you are out there, are staying safe, you're in the islands. We're on Kauai right now. So it's, you know, there's a little bit of a calm before the storm. I know there's a chance that the storm could really do some damage, possibly, potentially, right here on Kauai. But you know, this is a place that has been prepared since Iniki and all that it dealt with in '92. So just hoping for the best here. I want to shout out my friends at Wilcox Memorial Hospital who performed my surgery. Mahalo, everything went well. I have one less body part in my body, but it's for the best because it was really terrible going into the hospital before. But what I wanted to do also was talk about on Wednesday, I had Commissioner Bob Hogue from the Pac-West Conference on my show. As you might remember, the Pac-West, the Division II Conference, their executive board, consisting of the presidents of all the schools, met to decide to push the fall season to at least, or suspend all sports in the conference until January 1st, 2021. So that means that the fall sports like volleyball, cross country, men's and women's soccer, there are still some options on the table to have those sports played in the spring or in the winter. So hopefully those can happen because we know our student athletes, they don't want to miss another. So we don't want to, our athletes missing another year of competition. So, we just hope the best there. It looks like a lot of the other universities and colleges are going to follow suit. Like we said before on the show, when the Ivy League first suspended sports, that was, a sign really to the rest of the country. This is the league that first suspended its basketball tournament. And it looks like the same is happening again. They're the leaders, and conferences are starting to cancel or at least suspend their fall sports and hopefully get them played over. So we'll see if we can double up. Colleges are going to be very strapped for for resources and being able to do everything that they can, in terms of having multiple sports played at the same time, because it's really difficult to have volleyball and basketball and soccer going on at the same time, just the staffing wise. So that's something to look at as well as we come down to into the spring season. And of course, we're hoping by then, our pandemic will be under control, or at least we'll have a vaccine or something that will, help us to be able to play the sport safely. As you know, the MLS is going to go into their knockout round. They're in a bubble. Major League Baseball had opening day this past week. How's your team doing? I know my boy, Shohei Ohtani, gave up 5 runs in the first inning, unfortunately, to the A's. So I'm hoping that he pulls it together. It's a rough way to start the season, but it's nice to have baseball season start. It's nice to have some normalcy. But I'm hoping that, I'm not sure if it's, okay, we've reconnected. The NBA is, you saw some of the scrimmages. They're going to be underway soon. They're having some issues with the bubble, but not too many. I think guys there are basically doing a good job of making sure that they stay. But I think as well, we're going to see some issues when it comes to the NFL right now already. If you saw lately in the collective bargaining agreement, it looks like the NFL is going to get, the players are going to get their full salaries. If they opt out, they'll get $150,000 and their contracts will toll to the next season, meaning there won't be a year against them. If they have a high risk, NFL players with a high risk or high susceptibility to infection with COVID, like they have if there are existing, those with pre-existing conditions will be able to get $350,000, and they will have a year used against them though in their contract, 1 year towards their free agency at least. So that's how things can change there. But I wanted to come to you, like there's a cool, look at that rainbow right behind me. Alright, we're reconnected. Look at that rainbow right there, how cool that is. Alright, so just a reminder, Commissioner Bob Hogue was on the show on Wednesday. He talked about the Pac-West meeting, and they did. The Pac-West Executive Board met to suspend fall sports. I expect that trend to continue amongst all colleges, which is probably for the best right now. As you know, in Hawaii, we're dealing with an impending hurricane. So I'm on the island of Kauai right now, actually. I came here, do some business, do some pleasure, ended up in the hospital, and everything went well. I had surgery and removed my appendix. So I just wanted to shout out, of course, Wilcox Memorial Hospital again. They're such great staff. Everybody was so good. I'm in recovery. I'm on my 30 minutes of active activity right now. So I wanted to, bring you a live look here at Lihue too. The hurricane is expected to make its way to Kauai around midnight tonight, 2 a.m. I stay framed right in that rainbow right there. That's cool. But in terms of in COVID and how it's affecting the sports season, looks like colleges are gonna push to the spring. I'm imagining Division I will follow. Now we know most Division II are probably gonna do that. So I expect Division I conferences, the dominoes to start falling this week. We're almost at the end of July already, which is crazy close to the football season, or when the football season is supposed to start. So I'm gonna take a seat here because I'm tired. But we're here in Kauai. If you have any questions, leave some comments. I have one less, organ in my body, no appendix, so a little bit more tired today, but I just wanted to also leave an update for all those who are wondering how it's going. Here on Kauai, at least, the sun is still shining. Some cloud cover, clearly some wave action and some wind action. So, I'm hoping that all will go well there and we'll be fine. I'm using my front camera here, so I'm trying to get to hopefully everything will be calm, everything will pass by here and we'll be fine. I know that on Oahu we'll probably start feeling some of the effects already. The flights were canceled out of here through the weekend basically, so I'm here on Kauai, but the spirits are high here. Everybody is feeling prepared and feeling ready. Obviously, the history of hurricanes on Kauai, Hurricane Iniki at the time in '92, one of the most expensive hurricanes in terms of damage caused. So this place definitely knows what it's like to be impacted by a hurricane. But we're hoping for the best here. I just wanted to give you a quick update for this Wayne Coito show. We're making a short one. Hope everybody is doing well out there. Stay safe if you're in Hawaii. If you are in the island, if you're on the mainland, definitely keep us in your thoughts here in Hawaii. But that's all I wanted to say for Wayne Coito. That's another Wayne Coito show. Just a fast one here from the beaches of Lihue, Kauai. Aloha.